Hey everyone! This week I'm going to talk about the environment in human design. My goal is to make this information as simple as possible for you to understand it. Mind the fact though that always trust your intuition over my information because the reality is I'm still learning and evolving as you do. I would also encourage you to experiment to see where in the environment do you feel the most supported. If you keep your eyes and senses open, you might notice how different environments can change your life quite drastically. My name is Barchi. I'm a gentle guide here to inspire, empower, and support you to be your most precious, authentic self. Okay, let's find the environment in your human design chart. To do that, log in or create a profile at Genetic Matrix. It's for free and I don't get any payment from sharing it. So create your profile or log in if you have one already and just pause this video until you do so. Now make sure you have your foundation chart open as you see on the screen. Now click on the field just next to foundation which says quantum, and with a drop down menu choose body. Then find the word environment and just write it down what it says. Okay, let's get started. Color number 1, caves. Color number 1 is caves. If you have an active role, is exclusive. If you are on the receptive side, is flexible. The word I would give for anyone whose environment is caves is control. Let me explain that. Caves are really about having a place which feels secure, place that is your own, a place where you have full control over it. You know where all the things are. It's your little corner, your safe space. And let's take a look at what caves represent. A cave usually has one entrance, at least that is the truth for the people from outside. So if your cave's exclusive, it's really important for you that you have one entrance. That means that you need full control over who enters your space. The other thing is, for you, having your back facing a door wouldn't feel safe either. So keep in mind how you create your nest because it's important. If you're flexible, you obviously are more relaxed about the space. However, a home is still your private zone, so you prefer to be surrounded by people you love, trust, and obviously invite into your home. The next thing I would like to address is what some people say, that if you are cave's environment, you have to have dark inside. I don't necessarily agree with that. In my experience is that the point is that you don't feel seen by others. You don't like the invasion of others. You want to live in a space which feels hidden, private, safe, a place you have control over. So that can be also somewhere high up, even, where no one can see you, or in a basement apartment if that's what you prefer. If you put blinds on, that might be all you need, or a curtain. Okay, so it's really important for you that people you live with respect your privacy. The last thing one should do to color number 1 environment is to invade their private space. That's really not a good thing to do. And to sum it up, the active role is you're very aware of your environment, you're constantly checking it, and for flexible types, you're more relaxed about it. Also let more flow, more people inside, but still not too many. As I said, people you trust. That's it for caves. Let me know if it resonated. I would really love your feedback. Thank you. Color 2 markets. Color 2 markets, the word for markets that I would give is buzz. Let me explain why that is. We have this gradual transition from caves to markets. With color 2, we have more exploring and more interest in what is going on outside. So, for people whose environment is markets, it's really important that they have some high level of activity surrounding them. And this can be either living in communities or a space where there is a lot of different things around where they live. They might not enjoy a place which is dull, boring, and with not enough going on. So they prefer vibrant neighborhoods where they live, so they have a lot of choices, a lot of things going on, and of course they love marketplaces. For these people, two things come to my mind. First one, they could be people who love to live above grocery store or in a close proximity of restaurants, or I can also imagine as someone who is either an artist who has workspace integrated into their home, where they have space where they work, maybe even have workshops so people can come inside and integrate with them. That way of living can be transformed in their business environment too. So color number 2 can also be a person who has a gallery and everyone is coming there and checking what this person is doing. So they're really about possibilities, being in contact with different people, different cultures, and everything that is vibrant and diverse. I would really appreciate your feedback. Let me know in the comments below what you think about it. Also, let me know how you feel about markets, and if you have any questions regarding your environment, please do let me know. Thank you so much. Color 3, kitchens. The color number 3 is the kitchen, which is either wet or dry. The word that I have for the kitchen environment is the explosion of different tastes or different experiences. Here we can see how different things come together and form a new one. Like in a kitchen, how we take different ingredients, mix them up, and something new comes up. It's all about experimenting, and it is aligned with line 3, which is all about experimenting, playing, finding and testing new things. So, kitchen is the environment where things blend. It's all about varieties, different cultures, and when everything comes together, it works and creates a new experience. So let's see what wet and dry mean. So the active kitchens are wet. That might mean that you like environments which are more on the humid side, that have all the elements of the humid environments, which are rainy and definitely quite different to dry places. So the vegetation, life base, people, how we interact, cultures are all different. For someone who has wet environment, could also be living on a boat, or perhaps I would say that might also be for number 6 or color 6 environment. Okay, as for dry kitchen, one lives where the climate is dry, which doesn't need to be a desert, but preferably somewhere where there isn't plenty of rain or wetness or humidity. I would like to hear if you have kitchen. How do you perceive it? In what kind of environment do you live in? And how do you feel in an actual kitchen? Sometimes I imagine kitchen people living in communities where there is a different blend of different people who might have, I don't know, maybe permaculture gardens where every little part plays an important role and contributes to the whole community. So this is how I imagine. Let me know what you think, okay? Thank you so much. Okay, color 4, mountains. Next environment we have our mountains. My word for mountains environment is perspective. Mountain people don't necessarily need to live in an upper or top floor, but wherever they live, they need to have an overview or perspective on what is in their environment. They need to look down on everything. They basically need to be on top of what is going on around them. They need to see how things are moving and unfolding under their eyes or perception. They can live on the top of a hill, apartment building, anywhere which serves their curiosity. Active and receptive parts are quite self-explanatory, I would say. The first type needs to be active or engaged in their environment, and for a receptive person, they don't want to interact with the environment that much, but they can just appreciate being somewhere so they can all in, observe from afar, like a kid in a treehouse, watching the world around and having their own special world up there. Mountain people want to be on top of things. They want to have some sort of control over it, but more control in terms of curiosity. So, what is there? What is interesting for me? They're curious in terms of exploring. Let me know if this resonated, and if you have any additional questions, don't hesitate to ask me, okay? And also let me know if you have or had any dreams that you live somewhere high up in the mountain or treetop or anything like that. Thank you. Color number 5, valleys. Okay, next we have valleys. For me, valleys mean trading and exploring the new. So just the opposite of mountains, who are on the top, observing, soaking in, and not necessarily getting involved. Valleys like to be in the middle of the action, where information flows. This is where civilization has developed, because in valleys there was space for it, and also community to grow as big as the opportunities allowed, right? Valleys represent a meeting point for everyone who wants to do business, collaborate, meet, expand, build something new. For valley people, it's crucial to live somewhere where there is a lot of things going on, where they can develop and fulfill their interests by possibly collaborating or getting all the help they need from people who enter their environment. Narrow and wide means being focused on a certain field, or just wide in terms of interests. Let me know if you can resonate. Do you like an environment which gives you the opportunity to meet or work with different people from all sorts of fields? And yeah, I would love to hear from you. Any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Thank you. And the last one, color 6, shores. We have natural and artificial shores. And this is usually where different or two distinguished environments meet. For example, the coast and the sea, or a park and the city, or in an artificial one where two neighborhoods meet. With shore people, they like to live on the edge. The word I would choose for them is freedom to choose. And why is that? They need to choose whether they want to go in the middle of the action and always have the opportunity to go back at the very edge, where things aren't that busy but more relaxed, as they aren't in the center of activity. So they can appreciate both worlds but stay in the edge. Say they live on the ocean, so they can appreciate city as well as the ocean. Natural means meeting two natural environments like land and the sea, and artificial can be the end of a neighborhood. And I hope this is clear. If not, please don't hesitate to ask, okay? Alright, now I would love to know, how did the information resonate with your color? Could you relate to it? What is your environment that you live in? Let me know in the comments below, as I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. I invite you to give me thumbs up if you like this video, or I would really appreciate if you subscribed. See you next time. Bye!